good to have another sit down video with you guys today. I haven't done a sit down talk type thing in a while, so figured now's a good time. I just showed you guys a little bit of my prep update. I am 4 days away from leaving for Boise, Idaho. Like I said in my last video, I'm just counting down the days at this point. We're leaving on Thursday afternoon, getting there Thursday night. It's about a 2-hour flight, I believe. It's not very long. And we're gonna be in Idaho for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and then I'm coming back on a Sunday. They haven't given us an itinerary yet, but what we're told is that we're doing photo shoots and interviews and just hanging out with the team. So it's kind of gonna be like a fun, relaxing, like enjoyable type weekend, hopefully. Not very competitive because we're not competing on stage yet, but we're gonna be meeting all the other finalists and everything like that. Prep is going pretty well. Today I wasn't at my like 100% best that I've been the last couple days. About 2 days ago I felt like 100% on point, so we're gonna try to get to that point again. And I've been like talking with my coach and we're figuring things out, so not to worry. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how to grow your social media. I really didn't think that I was going to have like a large social media following. I was kind of just being myself, posting my progress from preps, posting information that I've learned in the past. Back about 1.5 years ago is when I started my Instagram, maybe 2 years now. I don't really remember, but looking back from 1 year ago, I think I hit 10,000 followers last February, and now I'm at like 76 and 77 or something like that. Again, not that my goal in life was to have a ton of Instagram followers. If your goal is to have a lot of followers, then there's a lot of ways that you can do that, like buying followers, doing shout outs. Personally, in my opinion, the way that I grew my following was all organic. I was just posting things about myself, things that I've learned, just was trying to be really transparent with you guys, and I still continue to try to be, especially with a bigger following. I think it's really important to be transparent, making sure that you're portraying a realistic version of yourself and not portraying a fake version of what you think people want to see. I think that's a really big misconception in like how to get followers. Again, there's a way to portray yourself to engage a following that you actually want to be following, that you want following you. So for me, I like to post progress pictures, I like to post food pictures, I like to post gym videos, I like to post like selfies and things like that. I post pictures of my dog sometimes. Things in my personal life that I think would either help you guys or that you're interested in or that you want to hear about. The posts that I make are really just, I kind of wake up thinking like, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to learn from me today? If I can teach you anything today, or like change your thoughts in some sort of way with a caption or a post that I make, then that is really what's going to be getting you engaged, and then having like me being able to respond to you and interact with you. So I guess my #1 piece of advice is honestly just to be yourself and don't try to be an Instagram person that you've seen and are trying to like reenact, because people can kind of tell when you're being fake, and they can tell when you're not being realistic, and there's only so much motivation that you can give people by posting a picture of your body or of your progress. I used to follow like fitness Instagrams just based off of like the bodies that I wanted to look like, but after doing this myself, the more that I like to see personally is people that I want to be like, mindsets that I like to follow, people who are positive, people who are encouraging, people who are uplifting. So that's what I really like to follow, and I like to make my posts similar to that. Another thing that I really focus on, or did focus on in the past, is making sure that the captions that I write actually have meaning to them. I see a lot of captions of like famous Instagrams that are just, it's you versus you, or no one's gonna motivate you besides yourself. Like just typical like fitness quotes that don't really have any meaning behind them unless you actually put it into your own words or connect it to how it means to you, or connect it to how it's helped you change. So you can say you versus you, and then you can go on explaining how you've progressed from one prep to another. And like, I think that sharing your struggles with the world and sharing how things have changed you is something that everybody can kind of connect with. We all go through struggles regardless of whether or not you think some fitness person is a flawless person. I personally think that everyone connects to that struggle, And if you show that you are not perfect, that you're flawless, that you have flaws, that you deal with things in a similar way that other people might deal with them, or problems that other people are having that you've already gone through and can help explain to somebody else, I think that's a huge way to connect with people, a huge way to build a following. Again, just posting generic quotes under a selfie is not really gonna get you a big following. It's just like people can see past that. It's just really fake to me. I don't really see any purpose in it, to be completely honest. I kind of just scroll past those people and posts that I know are just gonna be like generic repeat posts that you've seen everywhere. Another thing that I really think is important is actually interacting with the people that follow you and support you. A lot of people like on Snapchat or on Twitter or on Instagram comment back and they're like, oh my God, I cannot believe that you responded to me. And I find that so weird that nobody responds back to the people that support them. You guys that comment on all of my pictures and like all my stuff, like I wouldn't have any of this without you, so I don't understand why someone wouldn't comment back or at least like say thank you. And I think everybody's so nice, the people that follow me, my Instagram family, my YouTube family, y'all are so freaking nice, and like I just get shocked every single time I post something and I get so much positive feedback. And I was definitely not brought up to not say thank you. I say thank you to pretty much everybody. And there's a reason for that, especially knowing that for me, if I have a question for somebody and I've already researched it myself and I'm really just curious as to like how they go about doing the things, even if I've answered that question a ton of times, I know that you guys probably don't watch every single YouTube I have. You've not read every caption that I've written, even though I know in my head like, oh, I've written that a million times somewhere. I know that not everybody's going to be watching everything that I post, so I'm happy to answer your questions. Of course, I have certain responses that might just lead you to a YouTube video. I might lead you to my ebook, because that's where a lot of my questions that I get are answered, especially about macros. So I have those sources of information that I can direct you guys to, but I always make sure I respond back to everybody, unless I'm getting like a direct message saying, hey, I weigh this much, I go to the gym this many times a week and I'm this age, what do I do? At that point, I can kind of see that that question isn't really researched. It's not really serious, because if you haven't researched anything that yourself and you're just going ahead and asking someone for generic information, then you're not super serious yet. If I can tell someone has like already kind of done some research and just really has some specific questions, I'm totally happy to answer back. But if you're just commenting because you don't feel like looking up anything yourself, then I find it difficult to even respond back. I don't mean to be mean about that, but I do get a lot of messages coming into me at this point, so I definitely pick and choose what I do answer, but for the most part I answer everybody's questions, and a lot of accounts don't do that. And if you're trying to grow your social media, I think that is a huge aspect of it. Just take a second to like respond back and say thank you, or like, yes, I eat this, or yes, I do this, or yeah, my cardio looks like this, but you should try to consider doing this because everybody's different. Anything you can respond back with, people are very appreciative of it. Another big aspect of like growing yourself, growing your social media, making this a business for you, is to think of your social media as a business and to think of yourself as a business. A while back, I really did not like putting myself out there. I did not like talking on camera. I was really bad at talking on camera. I was always pretty shy. So I've kind of realized that if I don't go talk to people, I don't go do things, then opportunities aren't going to happen. For example, this year I competed at USA's and I met Emily Hayden and I met Raquel, the little fit girl. Those two people I knew in California. We're going to the Anaheim Fit Expo. I think that was back in September. And I literally went by myself. I just put on like some leggings and like a crop top, and I went to go meet up with Raquel and Emily, and I was like, I'm just kind of here bopping around by myself. And I met some really good people. I actually started working with J Fitness Wear because I went to that expo, and I went up to her, Janet, the owner of J Fitness Wear, and I asked, hey, like, do you need any more athletes to add to your team? I'm willing to work for you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll work expos and stuff. And she was like, yeah, I do actually need people. And that's how I got to go to the Olympia. I met Emily, I met Janet, and I just asked and I put myself out there. Same thing with any supplement company. If you don't ask, they're not just gonna come find you. Now that I have more of a following, that a lot of companies are reaching out to me. However, the companies that I first started up with, I reached out to them. I reached out to Buff Bake, I reached out to PE Science, I reached out to J Fitness Wear. All of the companies that I've ever worked with, I've reached out to and I said, hello, I would like to work for you. What can I do? Say, what kind of application process do I have to go through? I think your company's amazing because X, Y, and Z. It really aligns with everything that I believe in and I stand for, and I think we would be a great fit to work together through social media. Don't just assume that someone's going to hire you, someone's going to take you on as an athlete just because you have like a following. Companies look for people who have a following where the people that follow them trust them. So I try to do as like I said in past videos, I don't promote anything that I don't believe in. I don't work for anybody that I don't use their products or their supplements every single day myself. I wear my J Fitness Wear leggings all the time. I use Buff Bake every day. I use all my PE Science supplements every single day. I eat Icon Meals cookies every single day and their meals as well. You want to be genuine with them. You want to search out companies that you actually love and are going to use every single day. Don't just take something because it's there. Really think about it. Again, they're not going to go searching for you, so the least you can do is reach out to them and don't assume anything. Like I said before, ask them if they have a process that they go through, things like that. Another thing that I think is kind of more of a big deal than people make it out to be, especially since Instagram is so big, but YouTube is kind of like a different aspect. Videos, people really connect with you more in a video. So if you post an Instagram video, if you post a Snapchat, if you utilize YouTube, it's way different interacting with people as opposed to just you posting a picture and writing a caption. You guys can like hear me talking, you can see my face, you can see my personality through my videos, through my Snapchat, through any videos that I post to Instagram. It's really just like a different kind of stimulation that you wouldn't really get from just a photo. Another thing that I think is very important is consistency. I post like a lot of times a day, probably like too much sometimes. I post probably like at least twice a day, maybe 3 times, 4 times, depending on like what I'm doing that day, if I'm doing more than just working that day, things like that. So being consistent so people don't forget about you is something that I think is important as well. Not that anybody's gonna forget about you, but it's just important to be consistent because you wanna just like keep reminding people and showing companies what you have and what you have to offer, and just continuously like posting things that people want to see, because that's how things are going to grow more quickly and more organically. Last but not least, take your time. Don't expect a 50,000 follower jump in a day. Like I said, I've had my Instagram for like 1.5 or 2 years now. I completely forget. I probably started in summer 2013, maybe? And it's January 2016 now. So it's been like a while, but I've been working on it and I've been consistently posting and I've been consistently responding back to people. I still respond back to everybody, and I used to do that too. I've put out information that I've learned on my own. I've spent time doing research. I've spent time figuring out things that are going to help you guys learn more and get more educated and be better. Anything that you can help to explain to people more through your experiences, through your struggles, through your triumphs, things like that. That's what I've been working on for like a long time now. So the more often that you can do that, the quicker your following is going to grow and the more trustworthy your followers are going to be of you, and the more that they're going to want to come back and see your information, see your posts, see your videos, and yeah, those are my tips. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I've said before, I love interacting with you guys. I would not be here without any of you guys commenting on all of my YouTube videos and my Instagram, just making yourselves a part of my life, and I like to make myself a part of yours by doing this for you guys. So I hope that this helped anybody who's like trying to do what I'm doing, trying to grow themselves, trying to brand themselves, trying to market themselves, trying to reach more of a wide variety of people, a bigger span of people. And yeah, let me know if any of this helped you, if you like this video, and if you want to see more. Comment, like, subscribe, all of those things. So Thank you guys so much for subscribing and watching me and being a part of my life. Love you.